Welcome back, everyone. I'm JayborinoPlays, and this is Warcraft 3. We're going to be finishing up the Prologue campaign here, Chapter 2, Departures. Chapter 2, Departures, 3 days later, near the Lordaeron coast.
It's been 3 days, and this prophet has yet to show himself. I hope I'm not making a huge mistake by trusting you.
War Chief, the clans are assembling as you ordered, but it will take them some time to reach us.
Then we must prepare this camp immediately. I want my warriors to have food and proper lodgings when they arrive.
Yes, War Chief.
Warrior, has there been any word from Grom Hellscream? He and the Warsong clan were supposed to have been here by now.
No, War Chief. We haven't heard from Hellscream in some time.
Damn it, Grom. Where the hell are you?
So our first macro mission, and the narrator's going to tell us how to play. There's two types of resources. There's gold, and then there's lumber, which you mine from the trees, and that's it.
Click on the quest button.
Quests. Tell me about these. Undiscovered quest. Ooh. So, gold kind of functions like Vespene gas, and trees sort of function like minerals. That's pretty much it. Although I would say gold is probably more of a valuable resource. Well, I mean that's the same as StarCraft 2. Is Vespene tends to be the holdup and not minerals. It really depends though. Trees are in much more abundance though than minerals in StarCraft. That's for sure. So. But trees in Warcraft, there's not really. I mean, there are trees in StarCraft, but you use them for nothing. So, and then, so peons are your basic builder unit. This guy is telling me all this. I'm just not listening to him. That's okay though. So we'll just do nothing. We'll just do this real basic stuff until we can get more gold and get some more types of buildings up, which allow us to make combat units and such. I'm not going to yet, alright? I don't have enough money. But basically, he's telling us build burrows.
Buttons are now available on the command card. To construct an orc burrow, click on the Build Orc Burrow button.
Alright, fine. I'll build a burrow.
Where you want the building to be placed.
Oh.
Once you have found an appropriate location, left-click to begin construction.
Okay, gotta get used to these hotkeys. P for peon. That's something, alright? And
Well-placed war mills can increase the efficiency of your lumber harvesters. Try ordering a peon to construct a war mill near where your peons are chopping wood.
again, I'm not really sure why I let him talk there. Like, sometimes I'm just like, oh yeah, go ahead, narrator, and then other times I'm like, shut up, narrator, no one cares. Let's just keep making peons. I'm really just focusing on learning the hotkeys here. So B for build, that's normal, and then an orc burrow, which is basically a supply depot. See, 10 of 20. You can only have a max of 100, not 200. That's a big difference. Looks like our harvesting of gold is about where it needs to be. So I know we can make a lumber mill. War mill, that's right. M. Now. Where you can drop lumber off at that rather than walking it all the way back to your Great Hall. Alright, I guess you guys also go ahead and harvest wood. It seems like 4 or 5 on gold. Probably 5. Maybe 6. I'm not really sure. I'm not sure what maximum efficiency gold is. It seems like they're going in and out at a kind of a strange rate. I think 6 is pushing it. Like, I think I've got 6 on there now. It's definitely pushing it. Through all, you're doing pretty good, but we're not going to be sending you out anywhere until we can get you some friends. We're going to be able to make some grunts. So, what do we got here? So, B for builds. I didn't even click it. B for builds. And Altar of Storms you can make, we have here. It's basically if Thrall dies, you can, like, rebuild him or resummon him at the Altar of Storms. Alright, so it's O for Orc Burrow. Watchtower is basically a defensive structure. We can't build it yet because we need a war mill. Alright, barracks. Barracks. So let's... I'm going to make 2 barracks. I don't need 2 barracks, but I'm going to make 2 barracks.
War mills contain various upgrades that can be researched to improve your troops. To see what upgrades are available, select your war mill. You have just placed a rally point for your structure. Whenever a unit finishes training from this building, he will automatically travel to the rally point's location. To place a rally point, select one of your unit-producing structures and right-click on the ground where you want the rally point to appear.
Why am I letting the narrator talk? Why am I letting the narrator talk? I keep saying I'm not going to do that, and then I let him talk. So Warcraft 3, you can select and hotkey multiple construction buildings. So, like, I can hotkey both of these barracks to 2. That's actually really helpful. They don't show up on the hotbar like they do in StarCraft. I mean, this game is maybe 8, 9, maybe more. I think it's like 8 years older than StarCraft, so I wouldn't expect that. But I do expect it to be better than the original StarCraft, and or I should say StarCraft 2. I would expect it to be better than StarCraft, but lacks some of the features that StarCraft 2 has, and that's exactly the case. So I'm actually pretty happy with this.
Now that your barracks is complete, you can begin training grunts to reinforce your army.
Let's make us some grunts, and then we just have to wait for gold.
Until you reach your quest requirement.
Train 5 grunts. This is very, very similar to the first StarCraft mission, which is like relocate your colonists to the desert and build 5 Marines or 10 Marines. So basically we're gathering our forces up here, and we're waiting for the Warsong clan so that we can meet the Prophet, who's going to tell us to leave. That's pretty much it. He's going to say leave. Go to Kalimdor, which is the other continent of Azeroth that we know of.
Let's get on with it.
Okay, Thrall will hotkey to 1 because he's our hero, but for the most part, we don't want him being in the front, because I think Thrall, compared to some other heroes, he isn't that tanky. I mean, he's supposed to be like a backline mage. He's a shaman. Well, he's listed as a Farseer, which is basically Farseer. Or shaman. Farseer, shaman. Alright, I would love to make 2 more grunts.
We need more gold.
More golds. Oh, alright, I queued up 3. Never mind. This is good, though. It seemed like one of these started building before the other. I don't get it. Alright, well, with these 2, we'll have 5, and then we'll be good. Gold mines can be depleted. This one, as you can see, has 27,000 on it. That's pretty good. I mean, these last for a long time, much longer than a Vespene Geyser would in StarCraft. Okay, grunt for G. G for grunt. Grunt for G, G for grunt. And we've got 1 queued up there, and soon enough we'll be able to queue up an extra one here. I have more than I need, but this is fine. Okay, and it looks like we're held up by burrows. I need to make another burrow. Supply blocked.
You orcs are in violation of the Alliance Internment Act. We've already captured one of your leaders. If you surrender now, we'll spare your lives.
War Chief, they say they've captured one of our leaders. Maybe they're referring to Grom.
I hope not. But if they have captured Hellscream, I'll make them regret it. Loktarogar! Come, my warriors. We must drive the humans back.
In previous Warcraft games, the orcs are made out to be very ravenous. Like, you don't really sympathize that much with them. I mean, I'll be honest, I haven't played much of Warcraft 2, but I do know, like, this is one of the first games where you really start seeing the orcs and really the other species as more relatable. So, like, in this case, it's kind of a new perspective on this, where the orcs aren't necessarily just the plain bad guys. Like, you start sympathizing with them more because, like, they're all interned and the Alliance is treating them really poorly. Looks like my watchtowers can handle this themselves. Defensive structures in Warcraft 3 are really meant to tank damage and delay, so that you can get your forces there.
The rest of your forces across the bridge and locate Grom.
I'm not going to do that yet. What I'm going to do is come down here and repair this. And then I want to look around because I'm sure there's some stuff I can pick up, even though it's not necessary. It's the prologue.
Structures was damaged during the fight. To repair a damaged building, select the
yeah, it's telling me how to repair. I know that. Okay, so yeah, I'm just going to kind of move around. And another thing that you can do is you can cut through trees, and it might lead you to like a secret area, but that just takes an absurd amount of extra time that I don't have the patience to do. So I'm just going to take these units and just kind of look around, see if there's something I can kill. I don't think anything that we... I killed that bird. I don't think anything we could pick up here would carry over to the Orc campaign, which I think is the 3rd of 4 campaigns. I've gone on so many tangents I don't even really remember what I was talking about now, but let's build, I guess, let's start building another burrow. Yeah, let's do it. Okay. Build Orc burrow. Oh. See, I'm getting it. I'm getting it. Alright, so start building this and then get back to trees. Alright, yeah, I can handle this. Let's just keep killing gnolls. What's this? A gnoll warden. Maybe that's Hogger. Hogger's like, well, probably not anymore because everything's been redone, but in World of Warcraft, like the very first elite elite enemy that you face is Hogger if you're playing as a human. So it's a very common enemy that people know of. He's an elite gnoll in World of Warcraft. I played the crap out of World of Warcraft in college, much to my grades' dismay. But I stopped. I actually sold my account. Don't tell Blizzard. And yeah, I was heavily addicted to that game. If you believe in gaming addiction, if you don't, then I was the closest thing. Let me tell you, I had to force myself to stop playing. I just had no self-control. There's no way around it. Like, it was my own fault. I'm not gonna blame something else, but I played way too much of that game. I loved the lore. I just loved everything about that game. It was so well done. I haven't played it since Burning Crusade, basically. I stopped when Wrath of the Lich King came out, if anyone cares about this. I don't know if any of my viewers play World of Warcraft, but really fantastic game. Probably not anymore. I've heard good and bad things about Warlords of Draenor, but again, I stopped 2 expansions ago, so I'm not really sure. Blizzard said they have, I don't even know how many campaigns already planned out, or expansions planned out, so I always like read the wikis and see like what's going on with the game, but I don't think I'll ever play again. That would just be bad for me. All right. I don't know why I'm going to destroy these, but as you can see, these are really, really tanky buildings. The combat in Warcraft 3 is just much, much slower paced than StarCraft. Everything is a lot tankier. It's not necessarily doing less damage. You're not really doing less damage, but everything just has more health, which is good. It allows more time to micro, and it gives the game a different flavor, because obviously if StarCraft and Warcraft were the same RTS, what's the point of having 2 games? You just reskin one. So they made it a very different experience, which I like quite a bit. Now I have 2 extra grunts than necessary, so I think I should be in good shape. I'm going to ignore these because these are the scout towers don't have any weapons, so I just don't care. We'll bust through this gate. We're going to go rescue who we can only assume is Grom Hellscream. I think we're getting close, but these maps are so large. Like, what's way over here? Or maybe we are going to make it all the way across the map. I'm not really sure. Oh no, a footman! Alright, so footmen have 420 blaze at health, 12 to 13 damage. Grunts have 680, 18 to 21. So my grunts are like 50% better. Like, one grunt is like 50% better than a footman, but I think they take 3 supply, whereas footmen are only 2. Don't quote me on that. You come over here, you see some of these boxes. You can break these, and you might get an item for Thrall. What? Why didn't that break? Is it just like a random amount of damage they need to take before they break? I don't know. There's so many differences about this game. Like, I know about this game. I know a lot of the units, but again, I don't know the hotkeys, and I'm not very good with the strategy of this game because it's so different. What's going on here? What's going on here? Get up here. I think the problem is this formation movement, while I like it quite a bit, can get units stuck behind natural impediments, if you will. I expect to see another Alliance Footman. Nothing like some good old auto attack. Oh, I looked it up at the end of the last episode, so maybe one of my nice commenters, I can't say right now, but maybe one of my nice commenters have left a comment and told me, hey, here's how you turn on the health bars. It's just holding Alt. I looked it up immediately upon recording the last episode, so thank you if someone left a comment. I assume someone did, but if you didn't, then I'm an idiot, and I look like an idiot right now. But oh well. Here's the Alliance's ranged tier 1 units. These are riflemen, they're dwarves, and then we've got these shamans. And this guy's telling me that you can tab through. Same as StarCraft, you tab through and it has someone different selected, which is pretty cool. He's still talking about it. See, I explained that in 5 seconds. Not an idiot, narrator. Alrighty. Kill these guys, we'll break these down, probably get some more shamans. So he has a very basic ranged attack. It's not very good. Type piercing. I didn't realize there were different damage types. Normal, and this is piercing. Maybe piercing ignores armor? Piercing attacks do extra damage to heavy armor, reduce damage to fortified and light armor. Alright.
This maintenance cost is referred to as upkeep.
So he's telling me about upkeep, and basically once you get above a certain supply, so this is 0 to 44, no upkeep, 41 to 70, that means 70% of your income. So that means we're only getting 7 gold instead of 10 for each thing that's returned, but it still comes out as 10 from the gold mine. So a big strategy of Warcraft 3 is you want to keep your upkeep very, very low until it's time to build an army and go. And until then, oh, don't come after these guys.
They're holding Grom, but the area is protected by fortified guard towers.
Then destroy them. Hellscream must be freed.
That knight was doing some significant damage. Knights are very, very powerful melee units that the Alliance has. So I should point out these, what are these, Shaman? Yeah, they have this Purge ability. Removes all buff, deals 400 damage to summoned units. That seems pretty good. That seems really good, actually. Purge units slowly regain their movement speed. So basically it slows. It slows, and that's pretty much it. But it also, it sounds like it almost instant kills summoned units. So I should keep that in mind, because there's a lot of units that have abilities that summon things like water elementals and stuff like that. Alright, so in times like this I want to hold down Alt so that I keep an eye on what's getting attacked. Oh, he's dead. Wow, it's like targeting my weakest units first. That's pretty interesting. So see, we lost a unit. That takes us back down to no upkeep, which is great. Get in there. Everyone get in there. We gotta destroy these guard posts. What is this? A guard tower. You upgrade guard towers from scout posts. Oh, let's just let this guy die, whatever. But it's, I don't know, I'm pointing this out mostly because I'm going to be playing the Alliance in one mission, so it's good to have an understanding of how they work. This is the last building, so once we destroy this, it's over. Just go ahead and move away. Stop targeting just my Shaman, you dick. It keeps targeting my weakest units, which is really, really smart of the AI. As you can see, these things just have so much health that it probably can take 1 or 2 units down before I can actually kill it. But eventually you get like really good units that work well against those heavily fortified buildings, like catapults.
Grom, are you alright? I'm fine, little brother. Luckily, they only injured my pride.
Great, because we're getting out of here now. We're leaving the human lands for good.
Finally, follow me. I have an idea. We can set sail on the humans' own ships.
Perfect. But we'll need to wait for the rest of the Horde. The Horde is assembled, War Chief. We await only your command.
Now, go, young thrall. Sail west to the lands of Kalimdor. It is there that you will find your destiny. It is there that your people's salvation will be assured.
So it's not really clear why this guy's helping us yet. He's just telling us to go there, because otherwise we get wiped out. I don't know. I mean, I do know, but I won't really talk about it in case you haven't played this game. Because, again, if you have just played StarCraft and not Warcraft, you might not really know the lore. You can start Warcraft 3 without really knowing much of the lore. The only lore that you really need to know prior to this is that orcs invaded Azeroth, and Azeroth was populated with elves, dwarves, and humans. And then the orcs invaded them. There's a lot more to that than that, but if you just want to get into Warcraft 3, that's all you really need to know to start. And then there's a lot of stuff that Warcraft 3 introduces, which further carried over into World of Warcraft. Anyway, this has been JayborinoPlays. I hope you're enjoying this series, and I will see you next time. Bye.